Hey folks, the Shad are in the lower Delaware River and headed our way. Hoping to cash in on Silverside's annual migration, fishermen will be looking to change silver to gold from April 20th to 23rd, when some lucky anglers will leave the river with a lot more than their 3 shad daily limit, as you'll see right now when we go out in the open. Out in the Open is brought to you by Lighthouse Harbor Marina on Lake Wallenpaupack, Archery Addictions in Walnutport, Joyback Custom Builders of the Pocono Lake region, and Car Arms, your personal carry choice.
For sport, social activities, and serious competition, Archery Addictions is on target. If you're experienced or just learning, Archery Addictions is the destination for you. Proudly the largest complex in the U.S., plus open 7 days a week, all right in your backyard. Improve your aim on one of the comprehensive indoor, outdoor, 3D, or virtual ranges. Relax by the fire, visit the pro shop, and don't miss Archery Addictions events. Learn or get serious with lessons from the pros and get addicted at Archery Addictions in Walnutport.
Do you dream about having a custom-built home on a secluded piece of land where the only sounds you hear are nature? Maybe a lakefront home is more to your liking. Award-winning Joyback Custom Builders is your choice. Joyback quality you can appreciate for many years to come. Uniquely designed to suit your lifestyle. Enjoy luxury in the Pocono Lake region. Call Joyback 800-707-7970 or go to joybackbuilders.com.
We are now open, presenting the Tommy Gun Warehouse. We have a wide variety of products from rifles, handguns, ammo, wear, accessories, optics, and more. Our products include all Car Firearms Group products, as well as other products such as Ruger and Smith & Wesson. We are located on PA 434 between US 6 and PA 739 on 105 Carr Avenue, Greeley, PA. Come have a look at our newly manufactured factory warehouse. With great staff, beautiful interiors, and a variety of products, the Tommy Gun Warehouse is a place you visit to have a great buy. Tommy Gun Warehouse.
Hey folks, welcome to this edition of Out in the Open. I'm Alex Zidock.
And I'm Joanne Zidock. We're coming to you from the Monroe County Conservation District, and this is the Kettle Creek Learning Center. Well,
Kettle Creek Environmental Education Center. We love to come here, and it's a great location. You know, we come down here and we have a beautiful room, all these animals and everything else. You feel like you're out in the open when you're inside, right?
And you do
So
learn
many
so much.
things.
But we're going to talk about fishing, aren't we?
Absolutely. It was a
Ooh.
convenient place for us to meet our guests coming up from Easton, and we're going to talk about a big tournament that's going on down there, a big fishing tournament that you might want to get involved with. But beside that, beside the tournament, we're going to talk a little bit about shad fishing, because shad are in the river and
That's
they're
right.
heading up, and so
And we'd like to shad fish, too.
absolutely. And they'll be up here in our area pretty soon. You know,
Yep.
Monroe County, Pike County, up in that area, and we can get out and do some. We're going to do some shad fishing. So we're going to do a real on the river shad fishing show that we always do. But
That's right.
we thought this would be a good time to introduce people and get you going, get you excited a little bit. You know, there's so much going on in the outdoors with the stocking of trout right now, and turkey season coming up, and there's so many other things that we're going to be doing and getting involved with some of our guests and people.
I think it's a great thing to be able to talk about the fishing now because we have to prepare for it. And like all of the seasons, we prepare for them. But this is a fun season because it lasts a long time.
Absolutely. You know, the springtime is really great. It gets you all excited about being outdoors and doing things, you know.
I love it.
And the more we can get outdoors, the more we like it, right?
That's
it's time to get
absolutely.
a cabin fever has, you know, kind of set in, and we're ready to get out there and do something, right?
That's right. I never thought about it that way. But
Yeah, we'll do some fishing and we'll get out there and get our. This doesn't it get you excited?
I
It's just
know.
I touched it, you know, like we do at home.
oh yes,
you know?
oh, yeah. Oh, I've been caught.
Hey folks, don't go away. We'll be right back with more about Shad. Hey folks, welcome back. My guest is Eric Fistler, and he's the director of the bi-state, and this is the 7th annual bi-state shad fishing contest that's going to be held down in Easton. The shad are in the river. I mean, we know that the shad have come up and they're in the lower Delaware River. What makes the shad decide to come back, Eric, and come to our Delaware River and come up here and spawn? I mean, how do they do that?
The shad are what they call anadromous fish. They live in the ocean most of the time, and they come up into the fresh water to spawn. So they spend the first 4 or 5 years out in the ocean as juveniles until they reach mature age, and then they'll join the rest of the migration, and then they will come up every year. The females spawn, most of them die off, and the males, they will return to the ocean and complete the cycle.
You know, it's an interesting kind of a thing, how they can figure out to come back to this river where they were born and come back up, and some people say even to the same little pools.
Absolutely. Some of the experts claim that they actually go right back to where they were born from. So if a shad was born, say, up Milford, that's where he's going to go and return to, Milford.
You know, and a lot of people take kind of shad for granted and the whole history of shad. But if it wasn't for shad, George Washington, you know, probably wouldn't have been able to feed his men. I mean, there were so many shad that came up to Schuylkill, I guess, and they were able to, you know, make soup and things out of shad and have, you know, shad for their winter provisions and whatever else, salted shad and everything else. Shad are unique fish. I mean, just from our experience in fishing, I mean, they're like tarpon, aren't they? I mean, they fight like crazy.
Absolutely. A lot of people refer to them as a poor man's tarpon.
Oh.
They're acrobatic. They do a lot of jumping out of the water.
They have all kind of nicknames.
Yes, they do.
They call them silver sides.
Silver
Yeah,
sides.
glisten. They're look beautiful, don't they?
A lot of people refer them to a salmon. You know, they're an ocean fish, so they have a lot more fight than a freshwater fish. They're absolutely a blast to catch.
They're fun to catch, huh?
Absolutely.
And they got another nickname is paper mouth because the way their mouth is shaped, and that little bit of filament, I guess, that's on the side. So if you don't keep that hook kind of tight on them, you lose a lot of shad.
Most of the time, you lose them if you hook them in the side. You can see your finger right through the thin paperness that you're talking about on the side of their mouths. Normally, when you hook them there, they get off. You hook them in the top or the bottom, they'll stay on.
Nowadays, they use shad for a lot of different kinds of things, and they used to catch a lot of shad in the ocean before they even got a chance to spawn. I mean, you know, it seems like we're catching everything in the ocean now, and people are eating all kind of fish that they never ate before. But they use shad for a lot of different things, don't they? They make fertilizer and stuff out of shad. They use all kinds
cat
of
food,
pet
foods. Yep.
Yeah, the pet foods and all those things. So there's this catch, but now there's a moratorium on catching shad, right? I mean, you can't catch shad within a certain distance of the shoreline. Is that what it is?
Yes, yep. They have to stay so far off the shorelines.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what that distance is, but I know it changes occasionally as they, tweak the rules here and there. There
were some things written many years ago about shad and about how in the early days that they could actually, they could walk across the river down there below Trenton.
That's what
there were
claim.
so many shad that that they were so thick. What's happened in the last couple of years with with the shad?
Well, they declined in the late 90s, late 80s, early 90s. They declined, and they're coming back now. The numbers are there again, and the fish aren't quite as big as they once were, but the numbers came back. So I'm thinking that maybe we might get the size back later on down the road. One step at a time. We're all hopeful for that, but we are happy that the numbers are back. I mean, they were very hard to catch back in the early 2000s, late 90s. And now we're catching over 100 a day on a good day. So
so it's
definitely coming back.
They're coming back, and maybe the size will come back. And
I'm hoping the size will come back.
What's the big shad, and what's a big shad?
A big shad nowadays is about a 6 pound, 6.5 pound shad. Back in the day, they were 9.5 pounds. Now there's talk that the net size for the trollers out there, they've increased the net size so the shad go through the nets. And they're claiming that's why the shad are the size that they are, because of the net sizes. Hopefully they make them a little bigger where the bigger shad can slip through.
Right.
They refer to them as bycats. They're not actually out there fishing for shad, but the shad get caught in their nets.
Right.
And that's what the holes in the nets are designed to do, to release the bycatch that goes through there.
Right. Everything to help the shad, because it's an important kind of a fishery. And the Delaware River, I tell you, probably one of the most underfished rivers that I know. I mean, there's just such great fishing, and to have those shad come back up the river every year and be there for the recreational angler and come up and do their thing and be part of it. Everybody's trying to do something to help them do this kind of a thing. You came up with this very interesting thing that you were showing me here with using refrigerators. Explain that a little bit to me.
Well, the Delaware River Shad Fishermen Association is starting this as a pilot project this year.
Okay.
And we take old refrigerators, we remove the compressor system, all the shelves and racks, and we put fiber or plexiglass dividers in there. And then we install...
Well, this is what one looks like. I don't know if we can see this. This isn't a very good picture, but it kind of gives the idea of the refrigerator laying on its side, and you can see all the pieces that are put in it. You got an inlet and an outlet.
We have water piped in one end, water piped out of the other end, and then an outlet.
Right.
And then the refrigerator will be filled with these here breeder boxes.
Where do you put these?
These are going to go right in there. I have some other pictures to show them.
Where do the refrigerators
go? Oh, the refrigerators are going to be on different tributaries that feed the Delaware River. One of
so
them
they're
is
like on the side, they're not in the water?
No, they're going to be up on the bank. The refrigerator will be strapped down to a pallet.
Okay.
And they'll stay there through the course of the season, and then they will be removed after the season. They'll be strapped down, that the doors will stay on them, so no one can tamper with them. And
and you strap them down so that nobody can open them, do anything with them. And inside we have these boxes, which are, that's kind of neat. I mean, it's actually a fish hatchery box. Is that what it is?
Yes, it's a breeder box.
Okay, so we
commonly what you use for like guppies at home and stuff like that.
Okay, we put eggs up in the top here?
The eggs go up in the top, and they have the yolk sac. With the yolk sac, it's too big to pass through the opening.
Okay.
So they feed off of that yolk sac. Once the yolk sac is gone, then they'll drop down through the box, exit the box, and then they will exit the refrigerator eventually.
Oh, okay. And when the exit pipe goes right into the tributary.
Right into the tributary.
So it goes in there.
So we'll be releasing them as a shad fry instead of an egg.
Why the effort? Why, don't the female shad do this on their own?
In the wild, Alex, the hatch rate is less than 1% naturally. By doing this, we can increase it to like 85%.
Well, don't they lay thousands and thousands of eggs?
Yes, they lay thousands of eggs, but less than 1% actually make it to be a shad fry.
Wow.
For a whole lot of different reasons. They're a broadcast breeder, which means they just lay the eggs and they let the current take them downstream. They get beat up on the rocks and what have you. Other predatory fish eat them. There's a lot of different things that happens to them, but doing it this way, we release them as a shad fry. The shad fry has a much better chance of survival than an egg rolling down through the rocks and everything. So the biologists say that we can double the amount of shad that are coming up the Delaware River with this system.
So how do we get the eggs to put in here? I mean, do we spawn the shad, or how do you get the eggs?
We have a shad spawning tank, which is also used for the Shad in Schools program. That program was already in place. Now that this program has risen, we have extra eggs every year. We will use those eggs to fill up these boxes.
What's the Shad in the Schools program?
The Shad in Schools program has been around for quite a while. There's a selected number of schools you have to apply for it each year, and they have like a mini shad hatchery that we put inside the school, and the students get to monitor water quality, oxygen level, and what have you. And then they raise the shad, and then they take them down to the river eventually, and they release them into the river. So they learn conservation. A lot of the students
go on. Trout in the classroom.
Absolutely.
Shad in the classroom.
And a lot of the students go on and get careers in related fields. So it's a big win. And the students take this information home to the parents. So you're not only informing the students, you're also informing the parents and the teachers.
Yeah, that's great.
So a lot of people get reached by it. It's a very good thing.
Yeah, no, there's a lot to do with the fishery and fishing and fish that people don't even know about. You know, I
Absolutely.
mean, it's just people say, oh yeah, it's a sport. You go out and you catch a fish, and you catch fish and you try different fish and you use different things. But there's so many other things that are going on with sportsmen's groups and organizations, like the Delaware River Shad Fishermen's Association.
Absolutely.
I'm sure they're very, very involved in that, and
Yes,
that's
they
an
are.
organization we're going to talk about in a little bit. But that's a good organization also.
Very good
so
organization.
We're going to do that. So we're going to get talking about all these shad we're trying to save, and see what we're going to talk about with this contest that you've got going on. Seventh annual shad
Big doings
fishing
this year.
contest down there. Lots of money involved, you'll see. So you can come down and catch a big shad. Hey, welcome back to Out in the Open. My guest is Eric Fistler, and Eric is the chairman of the Delaware River, the annual 7th annual shad fishing tournament that's held down the Eastern area.
Bi-state shad fishing contest.
Okay, now you've been doing this for this tournament's been on for 7 years.
Correct.
Top prize this year is going to be what?
$10,000.
$10,000, and that's just for the biggest shad, right? Of
For the
the
biggest
whole
fat,
tournament. 4 days,
We have
20th to 23rd.
Yep.
Okay, every day you have prizes.
We have 4 daily prizes, and then we have top 10 overall at the end.
Okay, and then the big news, the big news. All you have to do is enter the contest. What's it cost? $35?
$35 to enter.
Okay,
Yep.
unless you're a member of the Delaware River Shad Fishermen's Association, then it's
Still
still
$35.
$35.
Yeah, still $35.
Oh, there's a special prize.
They
though.
have a bonus prize.
Oh, we have a bonus prize for them.
a
But look
bonus
at this. Look at this boat. You can win. You can win this boat just by entering. You don't have to catch a big shad or any shad. Just enter the contest, and this $12,000 boat could be yours. Fantastic.
Thanks to the folks at Yamaha Outboard, Yamaha G3 boats, and Load Right Trailers. They presented us with that boat, and as Alex stated, all you have to do is
All you got to do is
enter.
yeah,
You
yeah.
have to catch a fish, you have to fish.
Yeah. Well, we've got a lot of different ways to fish. You know, you can fish with a regular kind of a fishing rod. Now this one has a three-way
Three-way swivel.
on it, and so you put a heavy weight down the bottom here.
I use a big bank sinker off of that,
Okay.
3, 4, 5 ounce, depending on the current speed that you're fishing.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying really is that whatever you have at home, you can go down and fish the contest. You can fish for shad, and you can get information about the contest by going online. Right? We have a website.
Absolutely. ShadFishingContest.com.
ShadFishingContest.com, and it's going to come up, and you're going to get all this information. You have prizes every day.
Prizes
Okay.
every day, 4 daily prizes.
4 daily prizes. Then you got special prizes.
We have 6 bonus prizes.
And this year you're going to let youngsters, people under 16
Under
fish,
16 are allowed to
can
fish.
fish.
Yep.
Wow.
They're shooting for the same prize, the $10,000 grand prize and the free boat.
So it's opened up to everybody,
It's
right?
open to everybody. Yep.
So you got a whole list of prizes to get. $10,000 so far, first prize.
Yep.
You got the $12,000 boat.
Yep.
And then you've got some $100 prizes and for age groups.
We have 6 bonus prizes. We have one for an age group of up to 15.
Mm-hmm.
We have a teen bonus prize, 16 to 19 years. We have 2 senior bonus prizes. We have 65 to 74, and we have 75 and up. Believe it or not, we have 40 people entering the contest already. They're 65 or older. And we also have a veterans bonus prize. The highest finisher in the top 10 is a United States Service veteran. Will receive a $100 bonus.
Okay.
And we also have a Delaware River Shad Fishermen's Association bonus prize.
Okay.
The top finisher in the top 10, who is a member of the Delaware River Shad Fishermen's Association, will receive an extra $100 bonus.
Yeah, they do a lot of good stuff, the Delaware River Shad Fishermen's
Very good
Association.
organization. I'm a life member.
You're a life member, huh?
Yep.
Yeah,
I encourage everyone to
good.
join. They do a lot for shad fishing and just fishing
they
and
sure do.
conservation in general.
They sure do. Good organization. Okay, so you don't have to have a boat. Here's some guys, fishing from shore down there in the eastern area. Now, can you fish anywhere at all in the river? I
The
mean,
entire
is it
Delaware
open?
River is open.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
We
you
have
can
people
fish-
fishing from Delaware Water Gap all the way down to Philadelphia and probably
wow.
even further out than that.
Oh, wow. And if you have a boat, certainly you can come down there. You got to be careful with the boat, so you can put the boat in.
Safety
There's a
first.
pretty big pool down there, isn't there, in the eastern area where people with propeller boats can get around a little
There's
bit?
a big pool right between the Eastern Free Bridge and the toll bridge there, right where at the
Yeah.
confluence where the Lehigh dumps into the Delaware and the shad congregate right there.
What bridge is that?
That is the Black Bridge, right below the Free Bridge.
Right below the Free Bridge. So
Yeah.
that's in that same area.
For
And
the
you can
old
see the
railroad.
boats on there, and you can get on there.
Very good spot right there.
Shad should be in good force when the contest goes on the 20th, right?
Absolutely, full force, yep.
Yeah, I've got all kind of boats, and you can see people netting shad like this. So we can, you can bring your boat down. You've got a launch area there.
Yep,
You can launch either side of the river, right?
You can launch on the Phillipsburg side or the eastern side.
But you could have a New Jersey license or a Pennsylvania license, and
Doesn't matter. They honor each other's license.
Each other's licenses down that far. Up in New York State's a little bit different, but down there they do. And this is, of course, with the downriggers. They're showing
Yep.
some downriggers.
Downriggers.
They certainly help to get the fish down. And here's some happy anglers. More from the contest. How many people you have registered so far for the contest?
We have 352 registered as of yesterday.
Okay, we still have 3 weeks. We're 3
We had
weeks
3
out.
weeks ago. We had 352 last year.
Did you
We
really?
tied last year's mark, and we're looking probably at 500 to 550 people.
Over those 3 days, all ages, men, women,
Absolutely.
and youngsters. Hey, this is last year's winner with you, and who's the other guy in
John
that
Peterson,
picture?
and that's the mayor of Phillipsburg, Steve Ellis.
Okay, and he came over to.
He came over, he handed out the winner's checks.
And that check was for, let me see, that was 6,000 last year.
Last year was 6,000.
What was the big fish?
Oh, it was 5 pounds, 5.872, I think.
5.8, something like
Yeah,
that in that vicinity?
close to 6
What are you
pounds.
looking for this year? You think you're going to be close to 6 pounds this year?
They've been running right between 5 and 3/4, 6.5 pounds the last few years. So that's what we're looking for. Well, hopefully bigger, but
You get a lot of people go down there and just watch, so you can just go down there in Easton and over that weekend. It's party time, right?
yep.
You can go down there and have a lot of fun.
They have the shad ladder over there. They have a viewing window. You can
Yep.
see the shad going through.
Well, I appreciate you coming on and talking about the shad contest. We'll get some people down there. Bi-State Shad Fishing Contest. It's www.shadfishingcontest, right?
Yep.
.com?
Yep.
Okay, and you can go online there, and don't forget, you got to bring your shad darts, which look like this, of course, and a whole assortment of flutter spoons. I like the red, white, and blue, like this flag. Anything works. Whatever you think you can catch shad with, big prizes, big money. Come on down the contest, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Appreciate you
Fred.
coming on.
Thank you, guys.
Don't go away, folks. We'll be right back.
Okay, this is the 7th annual Bi-State Shad Fishing Contest. This is wonderful.
It is.
Oh my
people
gosh.
in New York, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey, right there down at Easton.
Yes.
A lot of prize money. It's really good. If you
Lots
love
of-
to shad fish, you got to do it.
Well, even if you don't catch a fish, I mean, there's still prizes to be had.
Mayberry Sales and Service provided this fantastic boat,
Yeah.
motor, combination of the Yamaha. Went to the dealer, $12,000 package.
Wow.
And it's unbelievable. You can win this without even
All you
catching
gotta do
a
is sign
fish.
up and register. You don't even have to catch a fish.
You should go down there because, when we go shad fishing or we fish for anything, you catch the biggest, the most, the first, the best, the what. You can catch a 6-pound shad with your eyes closed, maybe.
I think I'm going fishing.
We could do that. We could get down there. We could have some fun
Right.
and fish. Well, we got a shad fishing show, of course, coming up on the river in a couple of weeks. We're going to go out and try our luck and get some shad and have some more of this great frivolity with shad. I like shad
I'm
a
gonna
lot.
try it, to do
They're
the best.
They're so much fun to catch. Maybe this year we'll catch a lot of them.
Okay,
But
I
we're
will.
going to be fishing after their tournament.
Here's my fishing tackle. I'm already caught.
Yeah, I
Again,
know, you're
I
already
get caught
caught.
easy on this stuff.
Yeah. Hey, folks, you can tell we're having a lot of fun doing this, and we're going to be here. We're going to be somewhere and having more.